Okay, we're back with another video with Jeron, and thanks for collaborating with me on this.
Of course.
And
Thank you.
yeah, today we're going to be
Thank
talking about making friends outside the cult and what that looks like, and all the things you go through when leaving a cult and trying to build community again. So, why don't you start out talking about the friends inside the Jehovah's Witnesses?
But first off, before I start talking, I just want to show you guys. I am in paradise right now. I'm near the beach.
Woo!
I'm near the beach, living my best life. Living
Love
my
it.
best life. Yep. I'm in paradise. No Armageddon, no tribulation needed. No money to the governing bodies, body leaders. I'm in paradise. But sorry. So to answer your question, right? Yeah. So let's start off with last year. I came out as a full-blown apostate, and I had pure good intentions to wake up my JW family members and friends, right? And these are people because when I say I love you, I take that seriously. Like when I tell people I love you, I'm always here for you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart because when I'm your friend, I want to be your friend for life, right? I'm not looking for no part-time friends. I know people fall out, you know, people change. I get that, but when I make friends with people, I mean forever. So I had Jehovah's Witness friends, right? And I know Jehovah's Witnesses on a international basis, not just domestic. I have Jehovah's Witness friends in America and Australia and New Zealand, right? People all over. And I would have like heart to heart conversations with my JW friends back in the day, right? And like I said, these are people who I thought would never ever abandon me, right? And the minute I came out as an apostate, and I told my JW friends, listen, I have concerns about this religion. This is not the truth. I encourage you guys. Oh, sorry. I encourage you guys to please do your research. I was real with them, because I love them. When you love somebody, you don't want them to be hurt. You don't want them to waste their life. You don't want them to invest their entire life waiting for a paradise that's never going to happen, right? You want to tell them the truth about their beliefs, even if it's going to hurt them, right? If you love them, you want what's best for them, right?
Yes.
So that all that backfired. When I came out and told people, listen, this is not the truth. I know you believe that this is, and of course they got defensive. Whoa, what do you mean it's not the truth? Whoa, you're an apostate now, Jeron? What's going on, right? And I got shunned. And like I said, some of these people I thought would never ever betray me. People were blocking me, unfriending me on social media, left to right, right? And it made me
Yeah.
realize. I said, oh shit. I was like, wow, these friends were fake as. They were fake, right? I said these friends were fake, right? So and even my family. I hate to throw my family in the mix, but for my mom to tell me don't talk to me ever again because I no longer believe in her religion. I was like, wow, what kind of love is that?
Yeah.
My brothers, everybody, my friends, my JW family, people I've known for over 20 years blocked me like that, right? So it made me realize that those friendships were all conditional. They were
Conditional.
conditional, yeah,
Hmm.
conditional and fake, right? They weren't real friends to begin with.
Yeah.
And
If you're not worshiping the men in upstate New York, then
bye bye,
bye
yeah,
bye. You're cut off.
you're done. Exactly, right? That's all they want to hear. All they want to hear is that your allegiance is not with God, but with the men in upstate New York. Do you believe in the governing body leaders? The minute you say no, you're done, right?
Yeah.
So it made me realize that all those people I known for years, they weren't my real friends, right? And I think I
Mhm.
told you, but I think I told you there was a sister in Australia. I'm not sure if I told you about this, right? Did I tell you?
Yeah, but go ahead. Tell it.
Okay,
Not everybody
all right,
heard it.
that's true. Okay, yeah. So, and this is something else too, right? So this sister in Australia, she reached out to me while I was the fellowship a few years ago, and she hit me up with the Jeron. You've been on my mind lately. Mind you, I haven't seen her. I met her at a JW gathering, right? I met her at a JW gathering. It's funny how we make this audio. Everybody's now texting me, right? But anyway, um, so I'm at video. But yeah, so this sister in Australia, a few years ago when I was the fellowship, she hit me up out of nowhere, and me and her met at a JW gathering about whew, over a decade ago, right? Probably about 12 years ago, give or take, 11, 12 years ago. And I haven't spoken to her in years. So she hit me up when I was the fellowship saying, hey, Jeron, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but we really connected back in the day. You've been on my mind lately. and I want us to reconnect. I want us to, possibly be together, right? So I'm the fellowship and I'm an apostate, right? But I'm not gonna. I really did have feeling for this sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I told her, I said, listen, I'm the fellowship, but I'll reach out to you when I get reinstated, right? And keep in mind, she's the one that said we really connected, we had chemistry, blah blah blah. Several months later, she hits me up, hey Jeron, what's going on? You being steady yet? I said, no, not yet. I said, however, I gotta tell you something. I said, listen, I said I am planning on coming back. I am planning on getting reinstated. But I said I am having some doubts about this organization. And I was trying to give her a heads up that my heart is not in this, right? I wanted to see how
Yeah.
she was. I wanted to see if she would really like me for me, or if she was just in it for the organization. I mean, she wanted me for me, or she just wanted a brother in the organization, right?
Right.
So several more months passed, and I finally get reinstated, right? And I said, listen, I'm reinstated. I'm allow me back in. I said, however, uh, I don't believe that this is the truth. I'm telling you right now, I'm either gonna fade away or I'm gonna come out uh, and disassociate,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the minute I said that to her, she goes, whoa. She said, listen, if you're gonna leave the organization, me and you cannot be together. I said to her, I said, hold on. You just told me, you just hit me up. We haven't spoken in years. You hit me out of the blue, telling me that, Jeron, we had a connection back in the day. You was on my mind. I want to be with you. What happened to that? Oh, but you only wanted that. You only wanted me because you thought I was going to be a Jehovah's Witness. It had nothing to do with us having a connection, right? And I told her, I said, I actually like you for you. I don't care about the religion. You could tell me you're an atheist. You could tell me you're a Catholic or a Buddhist. I like you for who you are. And I told her, you're going to miss out big time because whoever you end up with, that person is only going to want you because you guys believe in the same thing. But it shouldn't be about what you believe in. It should be about the connection, who you are as an individual. And I told her I like you because of who you are as a person. You don't like me the same because I don't believe in 9 men in upstate New York.
Right. That's the way it
So
works.
yep. So when I tell you that was a game changer, like last year, my life changed drastically. Last year, I discovered everybody in my life. I discovered who was in it for me or who really didn't genuinely love me. Right. So that was um that was last year, right? I lost all my Jehovah's Witness family and friends, and it was depressing at first. It was extremely depressing. You want to talk about loneliness? You want to talk about discovering who you are and navigating this world without your family? That's a whole different beast, right?
It sure
And
is.
it's yeah. So, so that happened, and then I joined the XJW community. And man, I mean, you see my videos, you see my posts, right, on social media. Like, I met so many ex-witnesses in the last 12 months, and just being around them and being my true self. Like, I remember one witness, I'm not going to mention his name, but one witness, one of my good friends, actually, he's a really good friend, but this ex-witness, right? Me
Uh-huh.
and him, we was hanging out, smoking weed, and just like getting high and like laughing, having a good time. I was like, this is how life should be. Just being around your friends, your people. You could be drinking, you could be getting high, you could be watching a movie, going out bowling at the beach, whatever, right?
Right.
Just hanging around, being around your people, and not have to worry. Oh, if I cuss, that this person might report me to the elders. Oh, if I pop this edible and get high, they might report me. We don't
Yeah.
have to worry about that, right? Like this is the first time in a long time. And don't get me wrong, I already had worldly friends. I was an actor for quite a while, so I already had my friends out in the world, right? But it's nothing like, and we spoke about this before, Steph. It's something about being around your people, other ex-witnesses, because you could explain the cult life to someone who's never been a witness. They won't get it. They won't get all the shit we've been through, right?
No, it's
All the
true.
trauma, right? All the
Yeah.
trauma that leaves behind, all the fucking, all the reasons why, this is the reasons why people take their lives. This is the reason why a lot of ex-witnesses, they do it, they overdo it with the sex, the drugs, the alcohol, because a lot of us, we're lost. We're trying to navigate and find ourselves after this cult, right?
Right.
So unfortunately, we go down the road of alcoholism, drugs, and sex. Right? We get into these addictions, and I'm happy that I was able to join the ex-witness community because I have people for the first time in a long time. I have people who understand where I'm coming from, and I understand where they're coming from. We don't even have to say nothing. I already know the struggle, right? We're all in the same struggle, right? So when you find people that love you for who you are, and I said this before in so many other videos, I have to keep saying this. That shit is priceless. When you go from fake conditional love, people who thought were your friends, and you realize, oh shit, that was all fake. And then you find people who actually genuinely care about you for who you are. They don't give a damn about your religious beliefs. All they care about is you.
That's
That's
right. I
priceless.
cannot stress enough the friendships that you make when you leave the cult, how special they are and how like much you
Yep.
appreciate them because they're not conditional. They love you because for who you really are, not for how
Yep.
many hours you are getting in field
Oh my
ministry or how
God.
many meetings you went to or you know, it's friendship on a whole nother level that witnesses have no clue that those kind of relationships actually do exist outside that organization. In fact, they're the relationships are way more genuine and authentic than inside that religion because
Of course.
everything is judged and like you mentioned, you know, everybody's policing each other and you know, and it's conditional. If you're not worshiping the same men in upstate New York, then you aren't you know can't be a part of their life. And when you leave, yeah, your friendships are just so authentic and you feel genuinely loved and you can be yourself around people and they'll still love you, you
Yep.
know.
Exactly. You could like I said, you could cuss in front of them, just be yourself, and that's something that I was never accustomed in an organization.
Yeah,
We don't know how it is to be ourselves, and it's like, and this is something else I want to talk about too. A lot of people, they don't know who they are, and I still feel like I have a just of who I am, right? I have a just, but I'm still on that journey. I'm still
yeah,
on
me
that journey of
too.
yeah, right. And it's like we're both adults. I feel
Yeah,
like everybody has their life set in stone. They know who they are. Like people, I'm saying people who are not people who is never part of this cult, right? Like regular, I want to say normal, but regular everyday people, people who are never in a who is never trapped in this cult. They're ready for the most part. They already know who they are. They're on their path, their journey, and it's like damn, I'm in my late 30s and I thought I should have this figured out by now, But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. When you,
I
yeah,
think it's really important to do when once you leave the cult. I believe it's really important to do a lot of self, you know, development and you know read up on self development and put in the work to find out who you really are and what do you really like to do and who do
yeah,
you want to be hanging out with and you know what kind of things you like and because the world is your oyster when you leave, you know, and you don't want to, you know, some people do get caught up in going overboard on things, but there's also a lot of us that don't do that. We're living our
exactly,
best life. A lot of us are, I'd say most of us are, you know, trying to improve our life and our self and you know you just you know stay on the course and making you know real friendships and yeah, but unfortunately there are some that lose themselves because you're taught when you leave, you know, you're gonna everything's gonna go wrong because you don't have God's spirit and you're gonna end up in the street with a needle in your arm and
yeah,
unfortunately because that's drilled into your subconscious, uh, some people do fall into that. They just
mm,
automatically think this is what's going to happen to me. But I'm here to say to ones watching that are on the fence maybe of leaving and a little bit afraid about things like that, it does not have to be like that. You know,
yeah,
I am the same person I was, you know, that they know me as I I'm the same personality. I am not doing drugs. I am living a great life. And so it's, yeah. Another thing I'd like to talk about is how to make friends when you leave. And you already mentioned one. There is an amazing ex-Jehovah's Witness community online,
Yeah.
and we also meet in person oftentimes in groups. Where I live in San Diego area, I felt fortunate when I left. There was already, I got connected, people connected me with other ex-JWs, and many of them I already knew, and then I made a lot of new friends too. And we have an amazing support system for ex-Jehovah's Witnesses here in San Diego County. So that is
Nice.
really appreciative of. And then there's Facebook groups, ex-JW Facebook groups you can join, many different ones. And I just interviewed Rodney Allgood. He runs one of the largest
Yeah, I know him.
XJW Facebook groups, and that group in particular focuses on self development and moving forward in a healthy way. They don't dwell on the negative. They
Nice.
don't allow you to be like complain and bitch about things. It's all about moving forward in life in a
Good.
positive way. So
That's
that's
good.
a really good one, and that group has like 11,500 in it worldwide.
Ooh.
And then the other way you can make friends is just by you could join a club. if you
Yep.
if you like to hike, join a hiking club. If you like to
Exactly.
ride a bike,
Yep.
there's a bike
Yeah.
club. Or just start
Yep.
participating in things that you like to do, and you'll find community.
Yeah.
I
I'm about
I
to say
have
that.
I have
Sorry.
a huge community of friends that I consider family,
Yeah.
and so it's really fun. It's really fun. I have friends that are a lot that are ex-JWs, and I have ones that
That aren't right.
never were. Yeah, and thankfully, when I was in the religion, I did have a couple friends that had never been witnesses, and those friendships now have flourished even more, so that I'm out, and they're so happy I made it out. And so I maintain those friendships as well, and then I've made some new friends, along the way.
Good.
So,
Love to hear that.
what
Love
about
to
there
hear
in
that.
Hawaii? Is you made some friends there?
I made a few. It's funny. People always think, "Oh, Jeron, you're in paradise. You're in Hawaii. You living a life." And it's like I tell people all the time. I work 2 jobs. The majority. This is my life. If I'm not working, I'm at the gym. If I'm at the gym, I'm home relaxing. Like I'm just starting to explore more of Hawaii. But yeah, I do have friends here. But I'm so you follow him on social media,
Yeah,
and you see like this year alone, I had to count my trips. I went on 4 trips this year. I had 4 vacations this year. So
yeah,
I'm
you've been to
always,
some great places.
yeah, I'm always traveling. Like I literally know people all over the planet. But yeah, I do have friends here in Hawaii. But I'm just such a traveler. Like I'm always on the road, and
And
I love connecting.
you're meeting up with friends everywhere you go. I see.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, everywhere I go. But like you said earlier, though, find an interest. Like if you do what you enjoy doing, whether it's bowling, hiking, camping, whatever. If that's your passion, your hobby, you go find friends. Just like witnesses, right? You have to use that witness mindset out in the world. Witnesses hang out with other witnesses because they have that one thing in common, right? When you leave this cult, whether like I said, whether you like bowling, hiking, camping, whatever, if you enjoy engaging in any activity, you are bound to meet friends. You automatically gonna have that one thing in common, right? And you just take it from there. You just take it from there.
That's
But
right.
yeah, you can meet. There's so many people out in this world. Remember, there's only what 8 million, supposedly 8 million witnesses, and there's what about 7-8 billion people on this planet. So the world is yours, man. The world is yours. There's so many people out here, right?
Yeah, you're not going to be short of friends when you leave.
Not
There's
at all.
so many people out there, and we were always kind of taught like people are the worldly people are to be, we're supposed to be afraid of them, and they're all bad and
Yeah, right.
scary and doing bad things, and it's just not true. I find most everybody are are wonderful people. Yeah, there's bad people. There's bad people in the religion too.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Um,
Everywhere. Yeah.
yeah, but for the most part, people are genuinely nice. They are interested in you. They, they're you can learn from them because they have a broader view of things than we, are used to. So you
Exactly.
can learn a lot from those people, and you, again, it goes back to, and you can be authentic, and you don't have to be afraid of what you're going to say
Oh,
or what you're going to do, or people will
that
just
is the
like
best
you for
part.
you if if
Yep.
you click with them. And those are just, it's the friendships are just like on a whole nother level than being
Exactly.
in the religion. Yeah.
Yep. You're so true. You're so right about that. And use that word. I love this word. Since I have woken up from this cult, I love to use the word authentic, because you can't use that word in that cult. You can never say that Jehovah's Witness is authentic. They're a real person. You can't say that as a witness. But when you leave, that's when you become authentic. That's when you become real. And it's just a good feeling, you know? And I don't know about you, but in one way, in a sense, because with every bad scenario, there's also some good that comes out of it. There's always a silver lining, right?
Yes.
And one silver lining, one aspect that I've taken since I left this cult is I appreciate freedom more than I've ever done in my entire life. Now,
Oh,
I say this because someone who has never witnessed, right? Someone who's never was exposed to this cult, they always had their freedom. They're not going to see it the same way as we do, as us ex-witnesses. We're going to appreciate and cherish freedom and just being genuine, authentic, raw. We appreciate that more than an average person because we didn't have that before. Like my grandfather, like we said in the other video, my grandfather, he's going to appreciate life right now more than he's ever did because he's in his prime, right? He's up there in his age, but he's being, for the first time in his life, well, not in his life, but the first time in a long time, he's being his true, authentic self.
that's right. And when there's no paradise, around the corner, you you cherish every minute of
Yep,
this world that we live in now and this life that we have now. You really do.
you really do.
It's a good feeling, though. It's a
It
good
is. It
feeling.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy you said that. Even on my bad days, so I have suffered with depression, right? Even on my bad days, I still appreciate life. I still appreciate it because I said to myself, you know what? Even though I'm having a bad day today, I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I could do something that could cheer me up. And I keep in mind, like I said in the last video I keep in mind that one day I am not going to be here.
Yeah.
So when you have that in your forefront, you're like, oh shit, I'm going to die one day. I got to cherish every single day on this planet, every single moment, the good, the bad, take it all in, right? Because one day we're not going to be here. And on your dying day, you're going to look back on life and you're going to want to wish that you've done everything. You're going to want to wish you had real friends, real people
That's
by your
right.
side, right? So I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy you woke up. I woke up. There's so many people waking up and leaving this cult. And, people are meeting real people out there. Like you said, there's a network of ex-JWs around. We are worldwide.
Yeah, and very well connected,
Yeah.
and a lot of it is organized. There's
Yep.
organized meetups sometimes. You can connect with people in your area, or you can make friends around the world that used to be witnesses, and
Yep.
then, yeah, and so I to kind of land this plane, I'd like to finish off by saying, if you're on the fence about leaving and you're worried about community, reach out to some of the YouTubers that are making XJW content. You can always reach out to me. Reach out, join some of those Facebook groups,
Yep.
and get in touch with people. Also, join some clubs in your area, or get involved in volunteer work or things that you like to do. You will make friends that way.
You
I
will. That's so
guarantee
true.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you won't be short of friends.
No.
So
Like I said, there's billions, almost 7, 8 billion people on this planet. There's no reason why anybody should be lonely. Even the most awkward person. I feel like I'm a bit weird. I'm a bit awkward. I could be at times, but Yet, with that being said, I still have plenty of friends worldwide. So, and you know what? That's something I want to mention out. There's two things. Sorry, before we end this video. Um, you are going to be a bit weird when you leave this organization from the outside world, right? You're going to be a bit weird, because it's going to be a lot of things that you're not accustomed to. Ex-witnesses, we're not accustomed to celebrating holidays, birthdays, all these worldly events, right? We're not used to this, and we're gonna seem a bit weird or awkward to the outside world at first, right? But it doesn't mean you're always gonna be an outsider. It doesn't mean it's always gonna be like that, right? So uh, it comes down to jumping out of your comfort zone. That's what it comes down to. Because in an organization, it's so easy to be a witness, right? All you have to do is go out in service, preach, go to your meetings, give comments, and people will like you for appearing to be spiritual, right? They don't like
Yes.
you for you. You could be an atheist, right? This is what I find hilarious. You could be a Jehovah's Witness deep down inside. You could be an atheist and don't even believe this shit. Be fake, come at the meetings. Oh, you're a spiritual person. Oh, you go to the meetings. I like you because of appearances, right?
Yes.
Appearances, it's all fake, right? But when you leave the organization, you get to be like we kept saying, like we keep saying, you get to become your real, authentic self. And for the first time, you can meet people that like you for you. They don't care about no commenting, going to the meetings, all that superficial, fake bullshit. They care about you, right? So,
That's
but
a
it
good
all
point.
yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. But it all comes from leaping out of your comfort zone. Witnesses, they're not used to that. I wasn't used to that, you know.
Yeah.
So, before, it's one thing to have doubts and questions, and you want to, explore those doubts, and you contemplating on leaving an organization. That's one thing, but to actually get to where you need to go to actually make that transition from being an active witness with doubts to becoming an ex-witness and having real friends, you got to leap out of your comfort zone.
That's a
That's what it
great
was,
point.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah, you have to leap out of your comfort zone. I had to leap when you like you. A lot of people already know my situation. When I decided to become an apostate, I put my name out there, I put my face out there. I told the world, this is not the truth, and I stand on it. I stand on business because I've done my research, so I could stand on that, right?
Yeah.
But it all started off with me jumping out of my comfort zone, and I want to encourage everybody, all witnesses that are curious, that are on the fence, and that they have doubts, they have questions. Don't be afraid to leap out of your comfort zone, because if you don't leap out of your comfort zone, this is what's going to happen. You're just going to waste your entire life, and then when you're up there at an elderly older age, you're going to look back and you're going to wish you took that leap of faith. All right,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going on a tangent, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's it.
Well, before we end the video, can you tell people your YouTube channel name?
Oh yeah, yeah. So my YouTube is real simple. It's my name, Jeron Benton. um and yeah, I
I'll,
want to
I'll,
encourage if sorry.
I'll link it below. I'll
Oh yeah,
link it in the
please.
details below. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, and my information's on my bio. If anybody needs to contact me, there's a lot of people waking up. People have been emailing me, hitting me up on social media,
Yeah. On
and I love.
Instagram, give them your
Yeah.
Instagram
Oh
too.
yeah. So my Instagram is Jeron's underscore world. So Jeron's underscore world. That's my Instagram. Feel free
Okay.
to add me. People could send me a message on my email address is my first and last name at gmail.com. Um, yeah, YouTube, Instagram, my email. One more thing before we end this video. So I'm hosting an XJW meetup in Vegas next year. It's going to be August. I don't have an exact date yet. It's going to be the end of August though. It's going to be Vegas of 2025. So anybody who's interested, that includes you Jehovah's Witnesses. If a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, surprise! But yeah, if Jehovah's Witness watching this video, you can, we want to be a PMO. We want to be under the cover. You want to be discreet. Feel free feel free to associate with the ex-witnesses. I invite you guys to associate with us fellow ex-witnesses. We can have a great time. We don't have to talk about anything spiritual. I just want people to know that there are good-hearted people outside the religion. You can still be a good-hearted person and not be a witness. And Jehovah's Witnesses need to know that.
Yes.
They confuse the two. They feel like, oh, if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you're not a good person. When in reality, my personal opinion, it could be both. You could be a witness and a good person, and you could be an ex-witness and still be a good person. I met a handful of people who were never witnesses, and they were some of the best kind-hearted, kindest people I met in my life.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
true.
so yeah. So I'm hosting a XJW meetup in Vegas next year.
Okay,
Everyone and
keep us
anyone is welcome.
posted on the dates for that.
That's right. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I have to
I
say.
plan to be
Yeah,
there. That's gonna be fun.
yeah. Hell yeah, definitely,
That's gonna be
definitely.
fun. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll be collaborating on more videos, but that's it for now, folks, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Excellent. See you later. Bye.